Have you ever felt like you're too nice? Like you always give, but rarely receive? You bend over backward for others, only to be taken for granted, or even worse, taken advantage of. It's a frustrating feeling, isn't it? You start to wonder if being a good person is actually a weakness in this world. Well, today, we're going to talk about a side of you that you should never let them see. It's not about being a bad person. It's about understanding a particular kind of cruelty that a very smart man named Machiavelli understood centuries ago. Machiavelli often gets a bad rap. His name is synonymous with being cunning, manipulative, and ruthless. But what if I told you he wasn't just advocating for cold-hearted power grabs? What if his insights could actually help you, the good person, navigate a world that isn't always fair? Machiavelli's most famous work, The Prince, was a guidebook for rulers on how to gain and maintain power. One of his most controversial ideas was that it's sometimes necessary for a leader to be cruel. But he didn't mean being cruel for the sake of it. He talked about cruelty well used. This is a crucial distinction. So, what is this cruelty well used? It's a strategic, calculated action taken to prevent a much greater harm later on. Imagine a general who has to make a tough decision to discipline a few soldiers who broke ranks, to maintain order and prevent a chaotic defeat that would cost thousands of lives. The initial act seems harsh, but its purpose is to protect the greater good. It's a short-term pain for a long-term gain. This is the kind of cruelty we're talking about. It's not about malice. It's about strategic self-preservation and protecting what's important to you. Now, how does this apply to your everyday life? You're not a prince or a general, but you are the ruler of your own life, your own kingdom. And your kingdom includes your time, your energy, your mental health, and your personal boundaries. People will constantly test these boundaries, intentionally or not. They will ask for your time when you have none. They will drain your energy with their problems. They will push your boundaries to see how far they can go. This is where your hidden side comes in. This is the part of you that understands that saying no isn't mean, it's necessary. It's the part of you that can set a firm boundary and stick to it, even if it disappoints someone. This is your well-used cruelty. It might feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel guilty, but think about the alternative. If you always say yes, if you never set boundaries, you burn out. You become resentful. Your own goals and well-being suffer. That's a far greater harm, isn't it? A slow, creeping destruction of your own kingdom. Let's think about a common scenario. A friend constantly asks you for favors, big and small. They know you're reliable, and you'll always say yes. But it's starting to interfere with your own work and personal life. The nice thing to do is to keep helping. But the Machiavellian approach, the cruelty well-used approach, is to say no, with anger, but with calm firmness. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that right now. I have to focus on my own commitments. This might sting them in the short term. They might even get upset. But what does it achieve? It protects your time and energy. It teaches them to be more self-reliant. And most importantly, it re-establishes the value of your help. When you do choose to help in the future, it will be appreciated far more. This hidden side isn't about being a jerk. It's about having a spine. It's the quiet strength that earns respect, not through aggression, but through self-respect. Machiavelli observed that people are fickle. They are drawn to strength and stability. A leader who is seen as too soft or indecisive will eventually lose the respect of his people and be overthrown. In your life, if you are seen as a pushover, people won't respect your boundaries. They won't respect your time. They won't respect you. So, why should you never let them see this side of you? This is where the strategy comes in. The phrase, "never let them see," isn't about hiding your strength. It's about not telegraphing your moves. It's about not letting them see you agonize over the decision. It's about not showing them the internal struggle, the guilt, the self-doubt. When you set a boundary, you do it with quiet confidence. You don't need to over-explain, apologize profusely, or get emotional. That shows weakness. It shows that your boundary is fragile and can be pushed over with a little bit of pressure. Think of it like a poker face. You hold your cards close. Your decision is your decision. The strength lies in the calm, unshakable execution of that decision. When you say no, you say it, and the conversation moves on. You don't linger on it, waiting for their approval or forgiveness. You project an aura that your decision is final and non-negotiable. This is what prevents people from trying to manipulate you or guilt trip you. They see a solid wall, not a wobbly fence. This brings us to another key Machiavellian concept. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Now, feared is a strong word. Let's reframe it for our modern lives. It's better to be respected than just liked. Everyone wants to be liked. It's a fundamental human need. But the desperate need to be liked by everyone is a massive vulnerability. It makes you a people pleaser, and people pleasers are prime targets for exploitation. When you start implementing this well-used cruelty, some people won't like it. The users, the takers, the emotional vampires, they will definitely not like the new you who has boundaries. And that's okay. Their liking of you was conditional on your unlimited compliance. It wasn't genuine affection. The people who truly care about you, the ones who respect you, will understand. They might be surprised at first, but they will adapt, and their respect for you will grow. They will see that you value yourself, and that makes you more valuable in their eyes. So, this hidden side, this Machiavellian core, isn't your everyday persona. You don't walk around being cold and calculating all the time. You continue to be the kind, generous, and loving person you are. That is your true nature. But you have a secret weapon in your arsenal. You have a switch you can flip when necessary. When someone tries to cross a line, when someone tries to take advantage of your kindness, you can access this part of you. The part that is firm, the part that is resolute, the part that is willing to be cruel in the short term to protect your long-term peace and well-being. It's the quiet CEO who smiles and is friendly with everyone, but makes the tough, unpopular decision without flinching because it's what's best for the company. It is the parent who is loving and nurturing but can discipline their child with a firm no to teach them important life lessons. It's you, being warm and supportive to your friends, but also being able to say, "I love you, but I cannot solve this problem for you," when you need to protect your own mental health. Developing this side of you is a skill. It takes practice. Start small. The next time someone asks for something you're not comfortable with, try a simple, polite no without a long explanation. "That doesn't work for me," or "not able to do that." See how it feels. Notice how the world doesn't end. The person might be a little taken aback, but they will survive. And you will have taken a small step in reclaiming your power. Remember, the goal isn't to become Machiavelli. The goal is to learn from him, to understand that the world of human interaction has rules, and being naive about those rules will only lead to you getting hurt. Your kindness is a superpower, but every superhero needs to know when to pull their punches and when to put up a force field. Your well-used cruelty is your force field. It protects your kindness, so you can continue to share it with the world on your own terms, not on the terms of those who would drain you dry. So, nurture that hidden strength. Understand its purpose. It's not the dark side, it's the wise side. It's the side that ensures your inner kingdom doesn't fall into ruin. It's the part of you that Machiavelli would nod at, recognizing a ruler who knows how to preserve their own sovereignty. Never let them see you waver. Let them only see the quiet strength of your decision. That is true power. Thanks so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And for more content on navigating life with a bit more wisdom and strength, make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.